response, but I think you're demanding too much out of a very complex subject matter, because it's not simply it's time to take a trade or it's time to take an exit. There's a lot of other things there. Just like I talk about how if a PD array doesn't perform as it should, is that failure? No, it's actually giving you insight. If it can't trade up to the premium array and it just starts wilting and going down, what is that indicating? It's a weak
It's very
market.
weak.
Yeah. So the same thing applies to a macro. If you're expecting the macro to deliver some kind of volatility and it just goes flat, what are they showing you? They're showing you that you're under time distortion. So they stepped in. There's that glitch. There's that black cat where Neo sees the cat twice. Something's not right. So that's what it's telling you is, okay, take a step back, wait for more information. And if that means wait to the next macro time, then simply wait to the next macro time. But what happens if it starts running after the macro time? Use PD arrays to get in sync with the move. If it's likely to keep drawing to that liquidity you were looking for, don't just say, well, it wasn't in the macro time, so therefore I can't take a trade. What information transpired during the macro time or just after it? As I mentioned the last time we had this this forum and we were talking, I forgot who mentioned it. I kind of like to use the same segue into it here, where in recent months and weeks, I have been taking trades that have formed after the macro time because they're manipulating everything. So I'm looking for something to take place in price action at the macro time. But if I don't get on board or if I don't trust it and it starts delivering as everything would normally, okay, then I'll get on board with it and I'll participate in it. But I'm expecting to not have the same precision or the degree of payout or length of time running in the trade because I'm just trying to get a pound of flesh and running out. So it's a lot of things that we can talk about when it comes to the macro, but having a whole entire clinic on it simply because, what's the things I'm looking for, it's germane to whether or not I'm in a trade, if I'm looking to get out of trade, looking for a new trade, if I'm looking to pyramid in it, or if I'm looking for intel about what the morning's going to be like at 9:30. So if 8:50, 9:10 macro is a dud and it's not doing anything, that's really a precursor for the 9:30 opening bell being violent. So it's going to run aggressive, and it'll do so for the first 25 minutes until we enter into that macro time, which would be 9:50, 10:10. And then that one should really be like gasoline on a fire and just propel it even further. So it's a lot of things, but it's all based on if this, then that. And without having all the if, then clause and all the things that would be useful for that equation, I'm limited in terms of responding to you where it may not be as satisfying as you would hope to be like a 1, 2, 3 easy type thing. It's 1, 2, 3 easy for the conditions when certain conditions are there. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for X, Y, Z, and it better do this, it better not do that. And if it does these things, then I'm going to take a trade or do whatever I'm doing. But it's a time when we're looking for information to really deliver the volatility. Does it come in? Is the PD arrays that's forming or it trades up into during that time, is it reacting as you would expect? What happens if it doesn't give you a bearish run and you're expected to see prices go lower and it trades up into that macro time and it trades right up in that perfect presented fair value gap and it was doing everything you expected it to? So now you want to go short, but then it rockets right through it and goes up higher. What is that indicating? You're off side. So switch. It's not delivering as you would expect. If it's algorithmically going to drive lower, everything is in play as it should be, and it rips through that, then you have to make the alignment and say, I read that wrong. I'm going to change bias and look for something to go long. So what does that mean? Look for an inversion fair value gap now. Look for a bullish breaker. Look for something that is a transition from what it was as bearish now becomes bullish. So your inversion aspect to the PD arrays, that's when it kicks in. And it's all, salient to what the macro time does or doesn't do.
That makes perfect sense. And it's a great answer. Hey, I just want to thank you, Michael, for all you shared.